Hi, I'm Ted Richards, lead producer of Zybourne Clock, and I gotta tell you what, people love massively multiplayer games. They love the World of Warcraft, world of waste of time. I know what these massively multiplayers want, and what they want is they don't know what they want. And where I come from, we have a little saying, it's called, you can't lead a horse to water, but you can lead a cow to slaughter. And we're gonna lead those gamers to the next dimension of gaming with Zybourne Clock, because it's really time for a change out there in the massively multiplayer world. And we go back to Sonic the Hedgehog, probably the first massively multiplayer game, because you had two. You had Sonic, you had Tails. Now you have Sonic, you have Tails, you have 5,000 of them. We just have just a great development team. We have an incredible story. You will not believe the surprises we have in store. A lot of people have asked me if Zybourne Clock is using a time travel type structure. Actually, we're going back to zones, because zones are what worked in Sonic the Hedgehog. That's not an inspiration for us, but we are taking an entire structure. Will there be a Green Hill Zone? I don't know. Will there be a Red Hill Zone? Yes, there is. Does it take place on Mars? Maybe. Does it take place on Mars 400 years ago? Yes. I think all great stories are basically like one of my DJ sets. As you notice, I have my headphones. Any great DJ set, you know, has a beginning, has a middle, has an end, and it's got a little dancing animations in between, I'll tell you that much. The developers of Zybourne Clock are very passionate. You will experience a level of intimacy with this game that you have never experienced, because you just don't have the social ability. But within the game, you will experience things you would never ever experience in reality, and it all has to do with visual style. The visual style of this game is so unique, it is unlike anything you have ever seen. If you have ever seen anything remotely like our game, then perhaps you are mistaken, because we have come up with the most original ideas in basically all of humankind, or man-time, as I like to call it. Once again, going back to our time motif in Zybourne Clock. But yeah, I mean, what we're trying to do is just have an interactive multimedia experience. And I'm not talking multimedia from the 90s. We're talking about video, we're talking about audio. The sound is such a key role in Zybourne Clock. Think of the ticking of a time bomb, a clock motif, which is spread throughout the game. You'd be interested to know that we have 12 levels, one for each hand on the clock. So that was a very clever thing that I actually, as a lead producer, came up with. And you know, our art team is just working on some incredible things. I mean, let's say you want to be a giraffe. You can't do that because we don't have animals in our game. But you could, in theory, if we wanted to. But we're not allowing the players to really choose their own destiny. What we like to do is control everything, like a fascist regime. And that's really what players want, is to be told what to do and how to do it. These sandbox games, I have to say, they call them. It's too much freedom. When you have too much freedom, you have a poor gameplay experience. And with Zybourne Clock, you're not going to get a poor gameplay experience. You're going to get one that costs probably $12.95 a month, but we're still working on exact payment types. We're hoping to set PayPal. But that's still in development stages, just like our game Zybourne Clock, which you can find out more about in various places if you care to be interested in that. And you should be interested, because World of Warcraft is, days are numbered, because it's almost time for Zybourne Clock to be released sometime next year, or 2009. A lot of people ask about the plot. They want to know about the plot. They want to know about the things that we're doing with the plot and the storyline. I don't want to give too much of that away. The thing is, Zybourne Clock is the most anticipated, most underhyped, massively multiplayer experience in all of history, and you can't mess with history, because history is written by the victors of the next generation of video gaming, Zybourne Clock. The time for virtual reality is on the Zybourne Clock. Zybourne Clock, you ain't seen nothing yet.